Throughout the history of women's mixed martial arts MMA, fans have witnessed some of the most jaw-dropping knockouts, each telling a story of precision, power, and resilience.
That was a good elbow a second ago. Now, oh man, she's just it all open now. I mean, merciful rescue.
And how much more can Miesha take? An elbow, and that'll do.
These moments didn't just decide fights. They shattered expectations and redefined what female fighters bring to the octagon. Today, we're diving into 10 of the most brutal knockouts in women's MMA, exploring the context, technique, and shocking aftermath that made them unforgettable. Some of these were so vicious they left fans speechless. Holly Holm vs. Ronda Rousey, 2015. Ronda Rousey's reign as UFC's unbeaten, untouchable champion seemed unshakable. Enter Holly Holm, a former boxing world champion with a deadly kickboxing style, and no one could have predicted what was about to unfold. In front of a packed arena, Holm's sharp footwork and expert striking exposed Rousey's weaknesses round by round. Then, as Ronda barreled forward, Holm's perfect head kick landed. Boom! Rousey crumpled to the canvas out cold. The crowd went wild in disbelief. Holm had just dethroned the queen with a single jaw-dropping strike. It was a moment that would be replayed for years as one of the most spectacular knockouts in UFC history. A true turning point in women's MMA. Miesha Tate vs. Holly Holm, 2016. Holly Holm, fresh off her win over Ronda Rousey, had every intention of continuing her dominance against Miesha Tate. The first two rounds were a showcase of Holm's technical striking and precision as she outboxed Tate with ease. But Tate was no stranger to adversity. As the fight entered the final round, Tate pulled off a shocking move. After a fierce scramble, she locked in a rear naked choke that Holm couldn't escape. The crowd gasped as Holm tapped out, and Tate became the new bantamweight champion in one of the most thrilling comebacks the UFC had ever seen. Amanda Nunes vs. Cris Cyborg, 2018. Cris Cyborg was a terror in the featherweight division, but Amanda Nunes had other plans. With her sharp striking and vicious power, Nunes went toe-to-toe with the reigning champion. And then, just 51 seconds into the first round, it happened. Nunes landed a thunderous right hand that sent Cyborg crashing to the canvas. The crowd went silent, then erupted as Nunes followed up with a few more punches to seal the deal. Cyborg, the invincible force, had been taken down in the blink of an eye. Nunes wasn't just the new champion, she was a legend in the making. Jéssica Andrade vs. Rose Namajunas, 2019. Rose Namajunas was on top of the world as the UFC strawweight champion, but no one expected Jéssica Andrade to bring the fight the way she did. After a tense first round, Andrade launched a brutal takedown, hoisting Namajunas into the air and slamming her to the mat with a power that could be felt around the arena. The impact was so violent it left Namajunas unconscious before her head even hit the canvas. Andrade had just pulled off one of the most dramatic knockouts in UFC history, claiming the strawweight title and leaving the crowd in utter awe. Amanda Nunes vs. Holly Holm, 2019. Two dominant forces collided at UFC 239 as Amanda Nunes faced off against Holly Holm for the bantamweight title. Holm's crisp striking met Nunes' explosive power early in the fight, but Nunes showed why she was the baddest woman on the planet. In the second round, as Holm unleashed a high kick, Nunes dodged with deadly precision and countered with a head kick of her own that sent Holm crashing to the canvas unconscious. The quickness and power of Nunes' counterstrike was a statement. She had successfully defended her title and solidified her legacy as one of the greatest to ever do it. Zhang Weili vs. Jéssica Andrade, 2019. Zhang Weili made history in front of her home crowd at UFC Fight Night 157. Up against former champion Jéssica Andrade, Zhang came out swinging. Andrade pushed the pace with her power, but Zhang's striking was precise and on point. And then it happened. In just 42 seconds, Zhang landed a brutal barrage of strikes, overwhelming Andrade and forcing the referee to call a halt to the fight. The crowd exploded as Zhang was crowned the new strawweight champion, making her the first Chinese UFC title holder. The knockout was a statement. Zhang Weili had arrived. Valentina Shevchenko vs. Jéssica 2019. Valentina Shevchenko's sharp precision and deadly accuracy had earned her the flyweight title. But when she defended against Jéssica at UFC 238, no one could have predicted just how clinical Shevchenko's performance would be. Determined to challenge the champ, had no answer for Shevchenko's deadly timing. In the second round, Shevchenko delivered a brutal head kick that landed flush on Ai's temple. The impact was immediate and Ai dropped like a ragdoll, unconscious before her body even hit the canvas. The finish was flawless, another highlight in Shevchenko's reign of dominance. Zhang Weili vs. Joanna Jedrzejczyk 2020. Zhang Weili's first title defense against Joanna Jedrzejczyk was an absolute war. An instant classic. For 5 rounds, these two women exchanged brutal strikes, with Zhang's speed and power countered by Joanna's relentless pace. In the 5th round, Zhang's strikes cut through Joanna's defense like a hot knife through butter. A flurry of devastating punches left Joanna on the brink of collapse. Zhang won the decision, but it was the battle itself that cemented both women as legends. A fight full of action, intensity, and unrelenting heart. Namajunas vs. Zhang Weili 2021. In one of the most jaw-dropping moments of recent UFC history, Namajunas shocked the world by reclaiming the strawweight title in the most spectacular fashion. Just 1 minute into the first round, Namajunas landed a head kick that floored Zhang Weili. The force was undeniable and Zhang's body collapsed to the mat in a heap. The crowd went absolutely wild as Namajunas was crowned the new champion. The knockout was a moment of pure brilliance, marking one of the most precise and perfect strikes in UFC history. Juliana Peña vs. Amanda Nunes 2021. Juliana Peña shocked the world at UFC 269 by taking down the seemingly invincible Amanda Nunes. In a fight where Nunes was expected to dominate, Peña proved that heart and determination could overcome anything. Peña pushed forward with relentless aggression, exchanging punches until, in the second round, she secured a rear naked choke and forced Nunes to tap out. The crowd went bananas as Peña celebrated the upset of the century, dethroning the greatest female fighter the sport had ever seen. Xi Ming vs. Xia Zhangfeng 2024. In the highly anticipated finale of the Road to UFC tournament, rising star Xi Ming faced the tough and talented Xia Zhangfeng at UFC Macau. The fight was a thrilling back and forth, with both fighters pushing their limits. But with just 1 minute left in the third round, Xi Ming unleashed a devastating head kick that sent Feng crashing to the mat, unconscious before she even hit the canvas. The impact was so severe that Feng had to be hospitalized, but luckily avoided any serious injuries. Xi's spectacular knockout not only earned her the win, but also made her the first ever female Road to UFC champion. With that victory, Xi firmly planted herself as a top contender in the flyweight division, a fighter to keep an eye on in the future. Kendra McIntyre vs. Katarina Legorreta 2024. At LFA 182, Kendra McIntyre took on Katarina Legorreta in a fight that would go down as one of the most talked about knockouts of the year. After 2 intense rounds, McIntyre set the stage for something spectacular. In the third round, she unleashed a brutal head kick that sent Legorreta crumpling to the canvas, knocked out cold. The knockout was nothing short of a masterpiece, violent yet executed with perfect technique, leaving the crowd in stunned silence before erupting in applause. The knockout quickly went viral across social media, propelling McIntyre into the spotlight and earning her a reputation as one of the most promising new stars in women's MMA. These knockouts represent the pinnacle of what women's MMA has to offer, a blend of skill, power, and unrelenting determination. Each moment serves as a reminder of the excitement and unpredictability that MMA brings to fans worldwide. And that's a wrap on the most brutal knockouts in women's MMA. Which one gave you chills? Got a favorite moment? Or did we leave out a fight you think should have made the cut? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this list, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you're always ringside for the next big moment. Who knows? The next knockout we cover might be your new favorite. See you next time!